Welcome to Harbor Callings, sponsored by OASIS Inner Journeys, finding yourself in the journey of life.
Hey y'all, how you doing? This is Gina and my girl Pam. Morning, Pam.
Good morning.
Cheers. This is
Cheers.
us and our morning coffees, and we are here to just we're gonna chit chat about the Oasis and what it is and why we love it so much and why we're just bursting at the seams to tell everybody about it.
I know,
So,
right?
yeah, it's funny because when people say, "What is the Oasis?" A million things come to mind for me. I think of our tagline. I think of, people being on a spiritual journey and inner guidance and all the stuff that we talk about, which is awesome. But when I'm looking at you, Pam, right now, and I'm seeing your face radiant and smiling, what my soul wants to say is the Oasis is this. It's
Yeah. This is what it's about.
It's you and me.
Yeah.
It's you and me and our coffee.
And our coffee. Or our wine.
Yeah, but it's the connection, right? It's doing all of those things in a community where people feel truly connected. There's this facade on social media feeling, somewhat connected with people, and we comment and we like and we send messages, and that's lovely. But this is so much deeper. Don't you feel that?
Yeah, it's more intimate because we can still be at home in our pajamas. and we can have a meeting with 10 other people from all over the world, and we actually feel each other.
Yeah.
The vibration, the mood, everything is so positive and so spiritual, but in a freeing and cleansing way.
Yeah.
Everybody can just be who they are, and that's what I love about it.
You nailed it, because I think people talk a lot about finding your tribe, and there's something really special about the people who are magnetized to the Oasis, right? It's not just people on a spiritual journey, because there's hundreds of thousands of people out there on a spiritual journey. Not just people who want to live their dream and live their purpose, because there's lots of people doing that as well. And it's not just people around the world who are like-minded, because there's tons of people who have similar values. But what is it? Like when I met you and when I met the other, it's like a reunion. It's like a family reunion. How do you explain that? Like, how do you make sense of that?
It's hard to explain unless you've done it, because it's like I joined the Oasis a month and a half, 2 months ago. And then we immediately planned this amazing retreat, Dennis and you did, to Texas. And it was like we showed up, and we had never really physically touched or seen each other, but it was as if we'd been together forever.
Did you say a month and a half? There's no way it's only been that long. I feel like I've known you.
It's been 10 years.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
I can't imagine like my life without the Oasis now. And I know that sounds very cliche-ish, but it's like I'm on a spiritual journey, and I have been for about 5 years, but because of Dennis's brain and his talent of being able to actually help us to dig into what our life purpose is, and not just find it, but utilize it and use it, and then create a platform for us. It's like, this is a no-brainer. Yeah. It's just a no-brainer.
Yeah. It's funny because I posted something recently in our group that asked the question, what's the one thing that you can't live without? And, there were some smart asses that said oxygen, water, but 99% of the people said love or connection or family or friendship. And so I think all of us are looking for that. We all want to be on purpose. We want to feel like we're doing what we came here to do. Right. That's what the Oasis is about, living your purpose in in an environment. We also, want to feel connected to our inner guidance, knowing that we're living our truth. We're living what we, tapping into the answers for ourselves, which is so empowering. And all of that is so beautiful. However, the magic, the glue that keeps us all together is this stuff. It's the connection. It's the one thing that we just can't live without.
That's right.
I could be in a cave with my inner guidance, trying to live my purpose, but it's the community. It's the people who are just really here with such pure intention. Like, how do we attract these jewels to our group? Like, every single person just parks their ego and they just bring the best of themselves. And, everybody's in a different place in their journey, right? Like, we all,
Everybody
are in different places.
Right.
How do you, you know, talk to me a little bit about the connections in the community and like how everybody's so different and brings something so special, and that's what makes it so amazing.
Well, for me, it was the initial message from you and Dennis. It's just like, hi. You know, in other groups and in other Facebook circles, there's a guru, right, that has all the answers. And then there are the followers and the people that like the posts and do what you're supposed to. No, this is different because there are no gurus. There are no experts. We are all on the same journey going inside. And I love it because it's easy. There's no pressure. Like if I show up for a group Zoom, that's great. And if I can't, that's great. We got your back. And there are no experts. We're here together. We're all on the same path. And I think that's what unites us, because you're right. We've got Lucky in India, and we've got Sam in Africa, and you in Canada, and I'm here in Virginia, but yet we're all on the same path. And another thing I love about this group is that you all are holding me accountable for figuring out what my gift was, is, and will be to the world, and using it to change the world and make it a better place. That's all it's about.
Yeah, that's a big piece. Accountability is huge. Just the weekly calls alone keep me accountable to myself.
Yeah,
because you know I can get a book, a self-help book, and I can read it on my own, and then I can kind of park it and make a million excuses not to, do the self-reflection or journal or whatever. But the community and the calls and the connection, because I want to see y'all. I want to get on and see.
I know.
I miss.
We can't wait to laugh.
And it holds me accountable week after week after week to come back to myself, to come back to my journey, to do it in a beautiful place, and to strengthen that muscle, that inner guidance muscle. We talk a lot about that. What does that mean to you, your inner guidance? Like, what's your sense of how what role that plays in your life, having that connection?
I've learned that, we can think with our minds, or we can think with our intuition and our hearts and our souls. And I think that I know that the cleansings that we do and the meditations and the way we focus and then share without judgment, without ego, like you said, it just sort of brings us into ourselves. And one thing I was thinking about is that, we will take care of our children and take care of our aging parents and take care of dinner and take care of this, but we have to really be reminded to take care of us, and not just physically, but spiritually. Like, what is it inside of me that really makes me tick? And you all have brought that out of me. I've been forced to figure out what makes Pam happy. And, most of us are walking around not even thinking about it because we're so busy. We're on the hamster wheel,
Yeah. And seeing how that focus and that accountability spills into your role as a mother, which is important.
Yeah.
As your role as a partner, as a wife, as a caregiver, as a teacher, whatever you do, when you really focus on you and do the work on you,
right?
We lift everybody else up. And so, that's a big one. That's a big one.
And also too, for those of us that have children and friends, they're looking at me going, what are you doing? You went to Texas. What did you go to Texas for? I went on a spiritual retreat. My children told their friends, Mommy was on a spiritual retreat.
Wow.
She's on a what? And, we all need that. We all need that, whether it's on the computer, in a Zoom, or just you and I messaging each other saying, I've got your back and I love you. And I don't care what's going on. I've got your back. That's what matters.
That's what we're talking about.
And we have a lot of fun.
We do have a lot of fun.
And we give Dennis a hard time because, let's face it, we need more men. We need more guys in the Oasis.
We're calling in the men.
We're calling you in, baby.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Dennis is overwhelmed.
I just want to say that I love you, and I can't imagine how guidance, how the universe, how spirit has brought us together, and has brought this team together, this group of amazing people together from all over the world that feel like so intimate to me and so much a part of me, like my arm, in such a short time. And I feel like anything that I came here to do, I can now do because I have angels all over the world loving me and supporting me and holding me to that and believing that I can do it. And there's nothing more exciting than being in a space watching other people soar. So I love you.
I love you too, and thank you. You made me cry. It's like
well. I invite anybody who's curious. You know, what's so great about Wednesdays is we now have this open house that's hosted by Pam, where you can kind of dip your toe in and say, you know, is this for me? Is this something that that I want to do? So what we'll do is we'll post the link below. Yeah. And if you want to just come out and see if it feels right. I mean, only you know. Nobody else can tell you. You know if this is something that's really gonna nurture you and fuel you. And if it's not, that's cool. But if it is, we'd love for you to come and just check it out and bring your coffee or your wine.
Right.
and just bring yourself. Like, there's really no expectation.
None.
We'd love to see you and give you a big virtual hug and have a little laugh. So thank you for your time, babe.
Love you, Gina.
Love you too. Bye, everybody. See you there Wednesday nights.
That's right. Bye.
Tune in next time to Oasis Harbor Callings.